Hello. Right, back to a stream as it were. So we got a new stream today. We're doing Miner 2049er on the Atari 8-bit machines. Before I start this, I just want to say a couple of things. First of all, I think a couple of days ago I mentioned that when I went out to Austria, and I think I said something along the lines of it's good to get out of the house once in a while, or something like that. I basically made it sound like that was the only time I'd been out. That's not the case. It was just the way it came out. But it still stands. It's good to get out of the, four walls every so often, which I have done. In fact, I've done a bit more this year thanks to the new contract I'm on. So I'm hoping that I'll be happy next year because it means I get to see more places, but we'll have to see how that goes. And then I think next one, somebody who, I'm not going to say who it is just because I think this is why I stumbled yesterday saying it. So somebody had done a multi-stream watch and it got pulled up on my channel. I did mention it, but the reason why I stumbled on it was because I know some people don't like you mentioning that they've done stuff like this. I don't like being mentioned about that being followed and stuff. So it's kind of get a bit sort of unsure about whether I should say things like that or not. So I think from now on, if anybody has that sort of thing, I'm just gonna only mention follows and subs. That way I don't have to worry about, mentioning things that people would rather not me say, even if they're having a watching streak or something like that, because then I can be a bit more, so yeah, I'm just gonna be careful with that, just because again people get funny with that sort of thing. But if you're having a good watching streak, it is mentioned again. Completely appreciate it all. I just gotta be kind of careful what I say sometimes, for those reasons, obviously. Anyway, so that's that over and done with. So we're doing Miner 2049er. It does not come out in 1997. That's my fault. I will change that in a second. Let me just find the computer. Atari 8-bits, the 800/400. I think we looked at this last time. And then we saw, I think version 2 was the bootable one. I'm just going to stick with version 2. I'm assuming the different versions are different releases. Let me just find the date. I thought the date would be there. It's going to be 80. I'm going to guess 84. No, 82. So I was only 2 years out. Atari. There we go, done. Right, so that's that fixed up, so we can get on with the actual stream. Hello there, Denarian. Oh, would be good if I actually put the audio cable in. Is it this one? No, not that one. This one. There we go. Turn this down a minute, it's a bit loud. Right, so as I said, well, we're doing this one, and then when we completed Miner 2049er, we'll be going up to ZX Spectrum to be doing the sequel. Let's see if we can start this. Yep. I have played a little bit of this before. It's mostly about filling in the is it the floor? Also got to be careful of how far you fall or jump, because it can kill you. Keep these two, because otherwise they're going to be quite annoying. There we go. So in the second one, you could actually control how Bounty Bob jumps. So you could jump up and then move, which you needed to kind of do anyway. Because if you didn't, some areas you would basically miss. What, to jump back? But never mind. Right. Go all the way to the end, that should be it. Then we get the fun with the lifts. So remember rightly with the lifts. On this particular version, I think you basically stand here and you press the number you want to be on. Whereas with the sequel, you had to wait for it to move in to a certain area. The other thing about the sequel was that you got passwords, so you could just jump to whatever level you needed to. It doesn't look like you can do that on this, so... I've got to be careful now. Ah! It's going to happen eventually. it again. So I need to figure out a good strategy for this one. Stupid thing, I totally jumped. Right. Can I jump to the right? No, I can't. Great. I don't know how many levels this is, so it could be a one stream or it could be a several stream. That's not what I wanted. No! Damn it. I'm way up the timer as well. Right, so it should be enough. Yep. So it should be enough of a drop. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't too sure if that drop was going to kill me or not. Okay, 2, 3. Oh. The other thing as well is when it changes colour like that, you can't actually go back into the lift. So there is that waiting time. Ooh. Right, so I should be able to do this now. Okay. There's a similar jumping puzzle to this in the second one. I can't remember how difficult it was. Jump this way, thank you. And then this way, okay. Ooh, okay. Jump, thank you. Oh, I think we're doing it. Still got time. Done. What? What on earth? I guess I can't pick that up then. Oh, is it because it's flashing? Okay, that's kind of weird. That's double death, so one from jumping too far up and the other one from being stood on by the enemies. I do like how the environment changes colours all the time, so you're never getting the same colours. just that little bit that I missed, and I was doing quite well actually. Come on. No! Don't do that. Problem is jumping doesn't always get recognised. Right, that's fine. Oops. Definitely pressed jump then. Pretty sure I did. No, that was my miss, I think. No! I did press it. Hello there, humble squire. Stupid thing. Great. See, some of these you can jump over, but whether I can do it at this point, I don't know. Because I know in the second one, you could. There is a a level where you are... Yes, I can. In the sequel, I think they are a little bit bigger, but you can jump over them. There is a specific level for it, but it's not easy. Yeah. You're just gonna die eventually on this. It's a good thing that the first few levels are pretty simple and quite quick to do, but it does get a bit tedious that I can't jump to certain... I suppose I'm comparing the second game too much, I think. One thing I do like about it is I do like the variety of the levels. There's always some sort of kind of fun parts to them, like the kind of slides and things. So in the second one you get something called the utility hoist. You can just shift it around, but you got to be careful because it's possible for you to get stuck and not be able to finish the rest of the level. But I will show you that once we get to the sequel. Evening Critical. Definitely jumped to that point. I've messed this up already. Should have gone for that one on the right. Instead of just messing around. Now I can do some... Just within the pixel breadth of getting the other item. I absolutely jumped. Stupid thing. It's a good thing I can jump over the monsters. Right, this time. Yes. No. I almost fell off then. Ah. That one. I think I just need to drop off that one. I just wasn't too sure. Let's see if I'm right. Oh, actually, hang on a minute. No, ooh. Not give myself enough time to... Yeah, that's what I should have done. And that's not what I shouldn't have done. Got you. There we go. Now, I wonder whether... There we go. Yay. Right, okay, we're almost done. So this one I think we died at last time because of that weird... I lost a couple of lives. Ooh, Jesus, with the drink. Which I was a bit unclear on. Come on, come on. Yes, got it. Oh, I've got to be careful now, because a lot of areas where I could go down. Here. Oh. Oh, this is difficult. Oh, that was stupid. Oh, that's gonna take a couple of attempts. almost didn't make it then. Yeah, you definitely gotta be careful with the jump because sometimes it just doesn't register. It could be that I'm pressing it too quickly, which is likely. How is that missing twice? There we go. Can't believe I've done that. Jesus. I had to start in about 3 minutes. That means I can get the cats fed. I can stop being annoying. Currently my cat's just staring at me like, when am I gonna get fed? It's like, I do feed you. But it's only 6 o'clock now. It's almost as bad as when you get cats where even if the food, we've got like a feeder, and if the feeder isn't a certain, you know, in the actual bit where you can see the food, the cats suddenly think you're starving them, even though there's plenty of food in the bottom bit. They just suddenly think, oh, I'm gonna starve, I'm gonna die. It's like, yeah, okay, whatever. It's twice I've done it now. Cats are always looking like they're hard. Oh, that was stupid. Right, you know what? I'm gonna feed this annoying one now. So ads are gonna be a bit longer while I feed this lot. And maybe we can finally get into this. Why has it got 5 across there? Is that how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not that. Anyway, I'll be back after I've fed this lot. So back soon.
Once upon a time, the Aztecs believed not that the gods had granted life to man, but that man had stolen it. Prometheus stole the eternal flame, and Alberich stole the ring. I'm only saying this is not a new story. No, it's not a new story at all.
Look at you, hacker. A pathetic creature of meat and bone, panting and sweating as you run through my corridors. How can you challenge a perfect, immortal machine? In 2072, a rogue artificial intelligence known as Shodan lost her mind. In her limitless imagination, Shodan saw herself as a goddess, destined to inherit the earth. That image was snuffed out by the hacker who created her.
February 3rd is the day the magic happens. The Von Braun, the first starship in history capable of traveling at faster than light speed, will undertake her maiden voyage. This incredible journey is the result of teamwork between the UNN Protectorate and the incredible scientific minds at the newly relicensed Tri-Optimum Corporation. Imagine being able to travel to distant star systems in a period of weeks. It's all part of Tri-Op's commitment to the future. The Von Braun is packed with over 1.8 billion flight, scientific, and security systems, nearly all developed by Tri-Optimum and its wholly owned subsidiaries. Providing security for the Von Braun as she plows through the heavens will be the UNN Rickenbacker. At her helm will be no less than Captain William Bedford Diego himself, hero of the Battle of Boston Harbor during the Eastern States Police action. This incredible union of government and corporation is made possible by an intricate series of docking mechanisms that will allow the Rickenbacker to piggyback its way into jump space. Sleek, fast, revolutionary. Who knows what wonders await our crews in the bosom of the cosmos? All we do know is that it's a great day for mankind.
Unauthorized access in engineering control. Unauthorized access in engineering control. Class C security alert.
Apologies, I didn't realise that the audio was still on. Right, so that's the cats fed, and the other thing I remember about the cats and food and stuff is they have bowls of water, and we have one of them that will insist that he drinks from the tap. It's just like, okay. I get the whole idea of them wanting like fresh water and they see that the tap is fresh, but it's still like, alright, whatever. I also have to make sure that the boy cat is fed not last, but after the girls, because what he'll do is he'll eat all his food and then go and eat their food because he's a kid. So he kind of gets fed third, I think it is. Yay! Right, let's see if we can get this done first or second time. So we'll get rid of all the enemies. Just got to do the clean up now. That way down. No! I did press jump. No, messed it up. Oh, almost. That jump is very pixel perfect almost. There we go. That's what I wanted. See, this is the thing about the jumps. You've got to be... you think you got it, and then it just goes, no, that's the wrong one. Clean these up, actually, thinking about it. This level is just 50-50 about whether I get it done or not. Oh, what? 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 Okay, no, that's not what I wanted. So, if you press 5, it goes to zone 5. Yeah, let's not do that again. Let me see what the other controls are. I would like to see if there is a way, if I can get to zone 5 by just a press, I should be able to. I found the instructions, give me a second. It does have a lift in set station 8, a cannon in station 10. Gives me all the descriptions. Right, 0 to 9 change the difficulty level. Start game 0, zone, and then all the way up to 10. One, 2, 3, and 4 transports you to a new level. Used in mode games to... Oh, that'll because of the levels. Lifts. Right, so I'm going to have to go through each of them. The one thing, it does have a story though, so I'm going to go through the story. I'll put this in chat as well, so you can have a look yourselves. So it says, the story of Bounty Bob. The cleaning woman was diligently dusting the hall of Fame Wall at the office of Headmaster Monty. Monty was quietly doing the boring paperwork that all the Mounties must attend to. "Excuse me, sir, why is there a big black wreath around this picture?" inquired the cleaning woman. Slowly removing his glasses, he looked up and studied the picture she was referring to. "That is the famous Mountie, Bounty Bob," answered Monty. Bounty Bob was considered by all to be the most loyal, heroic, and charismatic Mountie that our province has ever known. The cleaning woman was entranced. "Well, if it was so wonderful, then why is that blooming black wreath doing up there?" Monty reclined back in his chair, and he said, "We sent old Bounty out one wintry day to find Yukon Johan, a ruthless and cunning fur trapper from Sweden." The cleaning woman gulped. Nervously, she asked, "What was this evil slime of a man wanted for?" A blank stare appeared on Monty's face. In a whisper, he muttered, "Murder." The cleaning woman was horrified. Did Bounty Bob ever find this Johan fellow, she wondered. "Apparently he did," replied the headmaster. "We found his dog sled stopped outside an abandoned uranium mine, once owned by Nuclear Ned. 2 sets of tracks led into the mine. We followed them into the dark passages of the mine when suddenly there was a massive explosion. A huge cave-in occurred. We were barely able to escape with our lives." "Whatever happened to Mr. Bob? Was he ever found?" asked the mystified cleaning woman. "No," answered Monty. "He's still in there looking for Yukon Johan. Old Nuclear Ned, a survivalist, Old Nuclear Ned was a survivalist and stocked up on supplies, so Bounty Bob won't have to worry about food if he survives the radiation. You control Bounty Bob, and in his travels throughout the mine as he attempts to capture Yukon Johan, you must claim all of the various mine stations. Cute but deadly mutant organisms prance casually throughout the mine. Any contact with them is fatal. To avoid contact, simply stay away from them or hop over them if you're fast. Scattered throughout the mine are various articles that have been lost by previous miners. Capture them by touching them. You'll be awarded points. Additionally, the mutants will turn to green, happy creatures that are now edible. Quickly run into them before they return to their deadly forms. You will eliminate them for score points. That's pretty much all it says. Here's a bit more information, but yeah. But here's the weird thing. So the story of Bounty Bob is a Mountie. But when you see pictures of the cover, it's clearly a miner. So don't know why he's a Mountie, but it's not shown that in the I forgot to change this. Back to zone 1 again. Retrained as a miner for a more lucrative career, maybe. Could have said that in the story though, but clearly a miss jump. There we go. Oh, damn it. There we go. Oh, first time I died on this one with a bad jump. Yeah. The times you think you've done a good jump and it goes against you. Oh! There we go. Bit of a better run on that particular section. you can reinstate the lifts again with a different key, but because I'm not on an actual Atari 800, I'm not quite sure what the key binding for it is. Well, it should be fine anyway because it seems to be quite quick. Oh, come on. This station is determined to piss me off. You know what? Oh. Oh, that was stupid. That was very stupid. Wasn't 100% sure. Oh, by the way, the number of levels are the stations. The furthest we've got to is 5, I think. We've got 10. So I've got about halfway. Oh, no, let's not do that. Remember last time? Oh. You know what? I'm going to go upstairs first. I'm going to deal with this part. Then I'm going to deal with everything else. How far are you going to come across? Okay. Oh! I should have just dropped off and then jumped up again. That's fine. Oh. That's fine. No. Ooh. My cat's deciding now he wants to cry for water. Give me a second. Typical cat. So you got lots of water and you just want the tap water. Ah! Oh, I don't believe it. Ah. Ah. First mess up was the landing on the slide. Can't remember what next mess up was, but there was a mess up. Okay, let's get these. Oh. Let's see if I can. Ah! Nope. I've messed it up. Oh, oh, oh. Ah! No. Okay. Oh no! Oh, I don't believe it. So close with that one. Right, we'll do another 2 rounds of this and I'm going to call it a stream. I know this is not the best game to be doing over and over again, but I want to try and at least complete it. That's why I was doing something a bit old school. Oh, just noticed I've missed a bit of the platform to the left. That's in about 2 minutes 30. Damn it. Ah. Hang on a minute. Let's see if there's a pause. Oh, there is a pause. Oh, if you press start, it resets it. Okay. Right, give me a minute. Apologies, I had to shut off the water. As in 4 seconds. I will come back in about 3 minutes.
Let's get the hell out of here. better wait here and help anyone else who comes by.
If I were a braver man, I would run for the surface. But I'm afraid if the world finds out what we were doing here, Gordon... Well, please, just don't make me come with you.
Well, it does seem there is something to chaos theory after all, yes? I hear something.
Okay, why not? Didn't want to die alone anyway. Open fire! Okay, I'll secure this area.
Right, back again. So I think I said I was going to do the last run, do the last 2 runs, because I've only just come back from the ad break. It feels a bit weird that I just do an ad break and then this and then. Also, I've just worked out. Oh, sorry, just realised, should I say, so that the 5s on the high score was actually to do with the company Big 5 Software, which wrote this. Should have thought about that before, but Oh. Invariable my fault for trying to wing that one. If you steer the man slowed and he has more traction, remember that the controls move his feet, not his body's coordinates relative to the canvas. Not quite sure what you mean by that. I know in the second one you can actually do the kind of jumps and then move around in the air. Sort of. It's very infuriating looking. It's mostly okay. It's I do like the fun bits it puts in. Especially the sequel with the hoist and things like that. I think the... Give me a sec. Got it. I think when you're not sure about whereabouts you should jump because of the deaths from certain heights is a bit frustrating. So the platform's going solid. If you don't do them all, you don't win the level, basically. I don't know what it means in terms of the story of the game. So basically you can have a level whereby there's one enemy, but as long as all the platforms are filled in, you're fine. Sorry, you can complete the level with one enemy still available, because you know you're filling in all the level parts, like this part here. But there's nothing in the story about why you would do that. The story was just talking about you trying to chase this particular bad guy. Because you're a Mountie, not a miner. And don't forget, this was the inspiration for... Apparently this was the inspiration for Matt Smith doing Manic Miner. Except the difference was Manic Miner is a miner. Alright, this level that we have got past before. Right, this part. Here we go. I've completely forgot about the enemy at the top there. Now I'm stuck. Nope. That was death. Right. Okay, we'll have a look at this next week. But it's that particular... Let me just pull this out so it's not as annoying. It's that particular level plus the one next to it. So that is, according to the instructions... Apparently those are lily pads. And then the next section with the almost, it looks like the Jewish candle thing. That's the advanced lily pads. And then the one we've not seen is radioactive waste, and we've got advanced transporters, the lift, the pulverizers, and then the cannon. Careful where your foot goes. Yeah, nothing else in the instructions. Okay. It's felt a bit short today, so I do apologise for that, but there's only so much of this I can do before I kind of want to scream. Maybe what I could do is I could spend maybe an hour with this one and then do the sequel as well, because the difference between them, that you don't have to do this, the one after the other. Maybe I could do that for next week. That way I can spend about an hour and a half with this, and then a sequel we could have a look at as well. But it does mean that I might have to stay with the Mister because I've got to flip around. So in Discord, let me know if you want me to just to stick with this one and then wait until I complete it, then move on to the Spectrum, or do you want me to bounce between the two? And I'll put this in chat as well anyway, in the Discord anyway. But bearing in mind, if I'm going to bounce between the two, I'm probably going to keep the Mister rather than moving over to what I wanted to do originally, was move to real hardware. So I've got to choose the next Spectrum Next or Real Plus. But again, like I said, if I'm going to switch between the two, I'd much rather be quicker and do it through the Mister rather than what my original plan was, which was finish this on the Mister and then go to real hardware afterwards. I'm just thinking that this can be a bit frustrating to watch for 2 hours. But again, it's one of those games I've been wanting to complete anyway, especially the sequel, because the sequel gets a bit tough at times. But like I said, the good thing about the sequel is it gives you codes so you can jump to certain sections, so that's kind of really good. Anyway, that's it for me today. I will be back tomorrow with Amiga Monday, so I think we're going back to normal with cover CD stuff. I need to find out what I'm doing, so we'll figure that out tomorrow. It'll be something like CD 14, I think we're on. And then we've got some demo scene usually, and then we've got Degeneration as well. So that is tomorrow. Tuesday, hopefully we'll have the very last Exile Escape from the Pit, because we are on the last fight. Except this fight is very tough, so we'll have to see how well we do in about 2 to 3 hours. That's Tuesday. And then Friday we've got more KKND, which I swore at over this Friday. But I think what was the... I think we've got 2 more levels left of that one. And then we can start the Evolved section, which seems to be a lot easier. The one thing I have noticed about that game is that there's definitely some bugs or something. It's definitely oversightful. So for example, when one of my units comes out, I click immediately for it to move and it doesn't do anything. And I think what it should have done was either cancel the script of it coming out of the building, or it queued up where I wanted it to go, so it would, once stopped or about to stop, it would immediately change and go and do what it needs to, where I've asked it to go. But it doesn't do that, unfortunately. And the other thing is the AI for your people is not very good. So hopefully once we get to the sequel, it shouldn't be as bad. I don't recall issues with the sequel, but it's been a long time since I played it. I do remember playing the demo, so again, I don't remember any issues, and it's been a long time since I've played that, so we'll have to see. But on Fridays anyway, I think after KKND, I think we're going back to Age of Empires 2. Let me just check. Yeah, so we're going back to Age of Empires 2 to get the Conquerors expansion done. And once we've done that, we'll be doing the suggestion from Electro Ultraism, which is Mission for Cyberstorm. This is on Friday, by the way. So that is the RTS version of Earth Siege, that universe. Then Smash 1980 suggested we do Total Annihilation. It's a game that I've been wanting to play anyway, so that's co-op coming, and then we'll finish up with, well, the list finishes off with Age of Empires. I've still got Dark Reign listed as too hard, and DS9 Dominion Wars, which I'm going to have to figure out if I can continue with that, because I still like the look of that one. Maybe I just need to play around with it just to see if it will behave properly. Or maybe I need to stick it on the XP machine and see whether that'll work differently, I don't know. And then on the RTS side, what do we need to do after Age of Empires? I suppose I could do KKND 2 after Age of Empires. Yeah, I'll put that in just so we've got it there. So KKND 2, I've put that in. But yeah, that is this week upcoming everything else. So I hope to see you all, when I get my thing up, I hope to see you all tomorrow. Let's see who is available for raiding. Few people on today. Quite a few people on today. But let us go with Hazemaker64, who's doing SNES stuff today. And again, it's don't often see Hazemaker when I'm doing the stream, so it's good to be able to raid him. So let me start that raid. Apparently he's doing multiplaying with someone called Chiswicked, I think that is. So that's, I think they were playing some sort of racing game. And my Steam preview is just not loading properly, but hopefully that shouldn't matter. Oh, here we go. I'm still not sure what they're playing. You probably, if you're SNES owners, you'll know what that is. Right, okay, no problem. See you all hopefully tomorrow, and if not, you'll know the rest of my schedule. Until then, bye.